Good morning. It's time to prepare for the baptism party. This Saturday, my daughter Jenny and her husband Biff and my daughter Jackie and her husband Matt are baptizing our two grandchildren, Cora and Abby. And so we're doing lots of preparations in the garden to get ready because, of course, the baptism will be at church, but the party afterward is going to be here. The other thing is that they invited two of their other friends to be part of the baptism. So there's going to be 4 babies and 4 baptisms on Saturday, and everyone's coming afterwards to our house to celebrate. So I spruced up my front border. That's the first thing that I did. I planted some of these large marigolds. The dahlias are from the previous spring planting, but I also planted some sun patiens. These are from the Friday flower haul. Then I planted some of these beautiful red celosia, and I love them not just because of the bloom, but because the leaves are such a lovely burgundy color. And so some of the lobelia still got a little bit of color. Some of the alyssum, a little dry, but working. And yeah, this flower here is what's happening to many of the dahlias sooner than you'd like, because the sun has been bearing down the last few days, although yesterday it was a little bit cooler. So the front border I've been sprucing up. Then I took out the Sweet Million tomato because it had done its duty, and I put in this lovely black-eyed pea sunflower, and I just love it. Its color is spectacular. It's getting these little green shoots here. And it continues to bloom, and it's going to look great this Saturday at the baptism. Then up here in the St. Anthony garden, I planted another black-eyed pea, or black-eyed Susan sunflower, which I love in this pot next to St. Anthony. And then the coreopsis here. These are very common here in Southern California. I have one in the front garden, but it looks perfect in this pot, in this beautiful Talaveras pot. So those are my garden plantings in the front yard. And here's another view of the front border. I love the pops of color. I mean, actually, taken as a whole, it's visually very pleasing. When you look individually at each of the flowers, some of them are not quite all there. But I think taken all together, it's a lovely, lovely view as people gather at our house. Now let me show you some of the prep we're doing in the backyard. Here's another thing that we did in the backyard, which is where the party will happen. You know, it's very hot. It's going to be hot because we had to have the party at 4 o'clock because the little ones will be going to sleep soon after that. And so we have this beautiful fire pit with all of this seating, but it is in the full sun at 4 o'clock and not comfortable to sit out there, and we need the seating. We're having about 40 people or so. So we bought these tents that are great. This tent comes from Walmart. It was $100 and it is completely great. It looks sharp, very taut, completely fits this space, and it has roll up sides so that if you wanted to have sides on all of it, you could. We have it here because this is where the sun comes in at 4 p.m. So we've kind of figured that out. So that's the one thing that we did that I think is going to really work well, because we may be outside a lot of the time, and we want to make sure people feel comfortable. And the other thing that we did is, because we're going to be having little ones and some people are bringing children that are walking, we put up our pool fence. Now, we haven't had up the pool fence in forever because our babies are not walking yet, but I think it's really great. You can see it flanks the perimeter of the garden, goes all the way around the pool, And then you can see that it actually fences in the sliding glass doors of the guest house, so that if you were to walk, if you had a child who was in the guest house who got through the sliding glass door, there would be no ability for them to get into the pool. So that's another big thing that we did. We are very excited about the baptism, and I will share with you some of our memories of the day this Saturday.